Hi everybody, this is a little quick tutorial on getting started with PearDeck and learning a little bit about the ins and outs of this new tool that we have available. I just went to peardeck.com and I'm going to click login with Google. Now this isn't required, but it's a good way to initiate your service, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of some of the things that are available in this dashboard right here. So there's a dashboard that's available for you as a teacher so that you can see some templates, get some different templates and easy start activities that you can do. There's a nice section on remote learning resources. But if you look right here, this present a file from Drive, this is actually looking right into my Google Drive already, and so that I can pull slides from here. So that's one way to get to PearDeck. The other feature that's within this area is your sessions, and the sessions are going to give you the data from the from the students' participation in your PearDeck sessions. We'll be honest, this session area isn't the best. It isn't super well organized. It isn't the greatest for searching and finding, so I probably am not going to use it a ton because I can do that right in my slides. But it's nice to know that this is here, that you have access to this. And so here's the present mode, so you can see what it looks like in the classroom. And then here is the teacher view dashboard. And so why don't I show you what the teacher view looks like real quick. Now I don't have any students in this particular one, so I just wanted to show you that here is the quick dashboard that you can see in PearDeck. If I have students available or participating in it, they'll be in this area right here, and then I can see who the students are. This nice little feature, it asks them the mood, which is a metacognition. How are you doing when you show up to this particular thing? And then I can sort by their name. And I'll probably do another one where I include some dummy students in order to demonstrate that. But just so you know, that is what the sessions area looks like in PearDeck. So I'm going to go back to the home because what I wanted to show you was how easy it is to pick right from your Google Drive. And so the nice thing about PearDeck is that it is incredibly easy to connect to already existing files. So I'm just going to choose this one, which is a template. This isn't the one I wanted, actually. I want a different one. Let's see, where did I have it? Hold on. All right, well, you know what? It was an Internet Awesome one, and so I'm going to go and take a look at these remote learning resources. Of course, I could go back to my Google Drive and just find it from there, but I'm going to do this the long way just to show you some of the resources that are available. Let's scroll down, level up with training, content. This is what I want. They call their template gallery the orchard because it's a pear tree. So I'm going to click on visit the orchard, and I can look at some of the templates that are available. Just like other ones, we have community templates, resources, a whole bunch of different things that are available for you. I like this, templates for brain breaks, templates for school counseling. But what I wanted to do was find the one that was about Internet Awesome. Maybe I'll just go with the PearDeck template. So here, why don't I just do this? I'll model some navigating through this. So here's some navigation. Oh, look, PearDeck templates for PE, library media templates, drama. I saw this art, music. I like that. That's good. So I'm going to click see all templates and see what we have available here. So again, this is if you're starting from scratch. It isn't required. You can actually just pull straight from your Google Drive as well. So that's kind of nice. If you've used Slide Carnival or any of those other slide template tools, this is very similar. When you click on the link, it's going to ask you if you want to make a copy of it, and then you can make a copy of it and just start using it right out of the gate. So why don't we go building community? That's what I'm after. So I'm going to click on the Google Slides link in building community. And then it's going to go to the old ask me to make a copy. I'm going to make a copy of this. Make sure I click that. Oh, there it is. It's thinking. There it goes. Okay, now it's made a copy of the PearDeck with PearDeck slides built into it. PearDeck slides are the slides that PearDeck provides for interacting with the content. And so the key here is PearDeck is available through the Google Slides add-ons. And so Google Slides add-ons right down here, I've got PearDeck. I'm looking around. There it is, Google Slides add-on. So if I open that, what I get is the design pane. So here's the design pane and the teacher dashboard all in one. So this way I can start the lesson. I can look at some of the different item types that they have available. You can add audio to slides easily to include. There's some featured content. Oh, that's where that Internet Awesome was. I knew it was around here somewhere. And you can get a little bit more information about it. Because I'm using a PearDeck template, you'll see that it already has some items built into it. So this says students draw anywhere on this slide. So this is a drawable slide. And so if you've ever used Seesaw, this is a little like a grown-up version of Seesaw where the kids will actually get some editing tools on it. This is a written response one right down there at the bottom. It notes what type of slides they are and how the kids will interact. Here's another written one. This is the draw one. And so it gives you an idea, a little bit of the different ways that kids can interact with PearDeck. Again, this is straight out of the box. I've done nothing special with this, but what I'm going to do is I am going to rename this Building Community PearDeck, just so I can find it again. And I'm going to connect this to Schoology, because that's the part 2 of this, is I wanted to demonstrate how you can incorporate this right into Schoology. Now, if you're not using it with Schoology, you can click the Start the Lesson, and then you'll get the choice between student-paced activity. This means the students can work independently through your slide deck at their own pace, or the instructor-paced activity, which means it only, just like a regular slide presentation, it will navigate forward as you, the teacher, do it. And so this, a great way to support kids who are at home during this time on the during hybrid, so that they can actually work at their own pace, or if you're doing it in class. The genius of this to me is that one deck will serve both purposes. And so if you want kids to have like a pre-reading activity, a sort of a way to interact with the content before they come to class, you could allow them to self-pace it at home. So cohort B is self-pacing at home, while cohort A is getting the instructor-paced version of it. And then you can compare and see the differences between the two. Or the kids can then also, when they come to class, you can do instructor-paced, and then when cohort A is at home, you can have them work through it again. So a way to get 2 lessons out of one slide deck, a way to practice some of these things, first being led and then independent, or first being independent and then led. So kind of nice that this feature works regardless. You don't have to make a new slide deck to make it work. So I think that's a pretty good feature for us as well. So I'm going to choose instructor-paced activity just because I want to. And let's see here. What am I going to do? I'm going to grab this join code when this comes up. So here's the join code. They go to this joinpd.com and then they type in this code. So I'm going to open up another browser here. I'm going to go to joinpd.com, joinpeardeck.com. I'm going to get rid of that one for just a second. Grab this code, copy this, and then we'll go back to this one right here. And I'm going to paste that in there. And now you can see what it looks like as a student. Okay, so this is what the student view is then. And they get a quick, how you feeling today? So if you want to use that information, you can use that information. I'm feeling pretty good. I like PearDeck. I think it's a pretty exciting tool for us to be able to access and use. So I said feeling good. Now you can see this is the student view, and I cannot move this slide. I can make it full screen. I can make it go to less than full screen, but I have to wait for the instructor to move it. And so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my instructor view, and I'm going to click Start Class. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward. Note here, I've got the little presenting that lets me know that I'm live. got end here. I can throw up instant prompts if I want. I'm going to click the next slide. I didn't change this. Teacher, enter your name here. And then let's take a look. So I'm going to go back to the student view and look at that. The student view has changed because I, as the teacher, am directing that. So what I really want to get to here is one of the interactive slides. And so here's the interactive slide, and it says that I can draw on this one. Let's double check here. Students can draw. And so let's go check this out. What does this look like when I go over here? Now look, I've got a palette for drawing. What's something you like to do for fun? I've got your basic drawing tools here, which is kind of cool. I can change the size of my pen. I'm going to go right here. What do I like to do? I like to make videos. I don't know why this is a video camera, but just trust me, it is. See, there you can see the light coming out of it or going into it. So anyway, that gives you a quick view of what that looks like from the student perspective. And again, this is an instructor. This is an instructor-driven tool, or a instructor-guided experience instead of a student-guided, self-paced experience. And so I'm going to go back to my instructor view here. I'm going to end the session so we can get a look for it. Oh yeah, look, I can name it. So sample session 1, and I'm going to save and end that session. All right. Okay, so just like that, I did a quick lesson in PearDeck using the PearDeck tool, and it is going to look for the answers that were submitted by students. And so I only did the one, but we'll wait till this all loads. And then I'm going to go ahead and look at the session information. Like this finish loading. While that finishes loading, let's go ahead and look and see what the student sees. There it goes. How did it go? I thought it went pretty well. I know I only did one slide, but that's it. So I'm going to make that smaller because I think I might come back to it. All right, and now I'm going to go back to the add-on. So let's take a look now. When I click on the add-on for PearDeck, go to the menu. Oops. Open the PearDeck add-on. Now I should have some session information available in this one because I had a student submit. And so if I look here, I am going to review sessions. So I'm going to review the session. And this is going to take me over to see what was submitted today. So here it is, 12:38 today. If I look right here, I can actually see the submissions that students had done for me. And so there you are. It shows me exactly what I did. And if I had multiple students doing this, I would see multiple submissions. So that is how to start a PearDeck, doing an instructor-led version of PearDeck, and then looking at the data that you have available to you from that. And you can get a variety of views here. So I can get the grid layout, which would show all of the students that submitted, how am I doing, my name. I could star this answer. I could leave some feedback for the kids, which is good, only if you need to. And then these 3 dots right here mean something else. Oh, I can hide the response. So if I don't want to make all of the responses viewable to the kids, I could hide it, and then it wouldn't be published for the students anymore. Okay, so that is getting started with PearDeck. Dead simple. I just used a template. I didn't do anything fancy with that one. Pretty easy to navigate through and use. Now, the other part that I wanted to show you was how you can connect that to your Schoology course. So if you're a Seesaw user, you can stop watching now. My Schoology friends, I'm going to walk through the steps that connect this to Schoology. So in order to connect this to Schoology, you really have a few different options. But one really nice option, though, is that you can click the Add Items, and you can add an external tool. There it is, External Tool. And then if you click on the External Tool, you'll see this rather long list of items available under the tool provider. And you're going to go down to PearDeck. And then you're going to say, this one is my test version. You could choose to turn on grading. You don't have to, though. You can individually assign, so you could differentiate. But I'm just going to click Submit to keep this simple for now. And it's going to include that in my course. Now, it isn't ready to go yet, so I got to click on this as the teacher. And then it will ask me to select a file from my Google Drive. So once again, easy integration with things that you have already created. So I'm going to click a file from Google Drive. I am going to authenticate to my Google Drive, or it's going to know that I already did, and it's going to take care of that. We'll see. Oh yeah, look at that. It pushed right through for me. And then I'm going to go into my Google Drive and find the things that we're going to do. Oh, this is fun. So look at that. I got some other ones coming. I'm going to click select the one that I was just working on, and earlier on in the video, I can choose again self-paced. In this case, it might make a lot of sense to do self-paced. But again, I can do instructor paced to use this as a way to control the pace of the lesson. This time I'm going to do student paced. And it is going to make the connections for me. This is the teacher view. Again, if you look up here, no students are currently in it, so it's completing the connection to my Schoology course. And once that's done, close this, now I'll be able to access it. So this is student view, teacher view. One of the things that I really like about this a lot is I can actually view this one. So I'm going to do view course as. And I have a student here, Michael Mouse. So I'm going to choose Michael Mouse. And now I'm looking at my student as Michael Mouse. So if I want to see what a student sees, click on my test version. And now remember, this one is a student paced version. You can click on the expander up here. I don't know the name of that button, but I'm going to click that. So now I have a nice full screen version of this. I'm going to say I'm still feeling pretty good about this. And now my journey will begin. Now you'll note down here it's a little bit different. I, as the student, can paste this. I can say, oh yeah, I did this one. I did a camera. I'm going to do a better camera this time. That because I like making videos. I don't know. And then I'm going to go into the typed response one. So this is a typed response. And I can continue to work through this at my own pace. So there you go, student paced, working through this version of the PearDeck, embedded, included, using the external tool in Schoology. I'll click back to course. So now I can see again, now I'm looking at what do I see as the instructor of the course, or the teacher of the course. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen right away. You can see I had 0 of 1 students has participated. So let's click on that. I can see who the student was. Now, it's because I was masking as Michael Mouse, it still comes in as me because it acknowledges or connects to my Google account. So that's why that looks the way it does. And then if I wanted to go and view the session, I can go to PearDeck. I think there's a way to get there in here, and I'm forgetting what it is. The moment, oh yeah, let's just check on Sean's effort. Let's see here. Nope, I don't want to block that. Oh, there it is. Name this. Okay, well, I'm still learning too a little bit, so I know that there's a way to review that in Schoology. But if I go over to PearDeck and click on my sessions, look at that. That's my unnamed session that I just completed. Student paste, so it is still available to the students. Close this notes tab out again. And then where a student has responded, I will see their responses. Let's go and sessions, view the teacher dashboard, and then on a slide that I have presented. There you go. And now I can change to grid layout and I would see all of the responses there. I forgot to click on the slide that the students had actually submitted on. So there you go. That's what that looks like. Again, all of this information is kept available to you within PearDeck so that you can go back and review if you need to. So that is a pretty quick tutorial on using